Hello, everybody. Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by Eve Weatherhead of the Hopkinton diving team. Eve, how are you today?
I'm good, Tom. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now it's been a interesting season for you, I'm sure. I believe you're the only diver with the Hopkinton program, and I know they changed venues this year. They're back at Milford High School
hmm
for the season. What's your diving season been like being the only diver, and where do they have you practicing and getting ready for these meets?
so I have to drive about 30 miles each way to Wayland High School, and I dive with the Wayland team because any pool that was offered to Hopkinton Swim and Dive only had, the pool. They didn't have a diving board for me. So, Wayland was, so kind to just accept me. And the coach that, the divers have is also my club coach. So it was perfect the way it worked out that, if they had a meet, I could do my club practice and he would count as my high school coach. Or, any time that they had practice, it would work out for me as well. So that has been a very long drive for me each way, but it's still nice to have a pool and dive with other people.
Now, I know you have a very busy schedule. You're involved with a lot of after school activities. Uh, how have you managed with that dive? You still been able to practice as much as you're typically used to?
um, yeah, I think so. Normally, I have to drive about an hour to my practices because they're all the way in Concord. So, you know, driving myself was the only big, step for me this year because I did get my license at the beginning of the season. So it was just mainly me driving myself all by myself about 40 minutes there. That was the only big shocking part for me. But, usually the schedule works out pretty well for me. The only thing that is, difficult is that it's directly right after school for me because by the time they get out of school, I have to already be there. So, you know,
Now at the meets, Milford High School, they have a diving board. So correct me if I'm wrong. You've been able to compete at the meets at Milford High School, correct?
yes, yeah.
So how's the team been looking this year? I understand it's a younger group, and they lost a lot of seniors after last year.
So this year I was chosen as a captain, and because we only had a few seniors, so they needed help from, a few juniors. So me and another junior were chosen as captains. And I guess that was sort of, a way that I was tied into the team because I wasn't practicing with them. My coach still wanted me to be involved in some way. So even though they see me at meets, it was still nice that I had the aspect of me being one of their captains. So they already know who I was before the season started. So it was nice that, I get to see them at meets. I get to participate in captain things, and that was sort of involved me in some way so that the team actually knew who I was.
And for those that don't know, how long have you been diving?
I've been diving 10 years.
Oh wow, terrific! Do you plan to do it in college?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Excellent. Now we just recently had the TVL showcase. Did you compete in that?
I did, yep.
And how were your results in the TVL showcase? How'd that go for you?
Um, I feel like I did as well as I could. I unfortunately was a little sick during that time, so I wasn't feeling my very best. But it was at a pool I was comfortable at. It was really cold, but other than that, I think I did all right.
That's terrific. And you're in your senior year this year, correct?
No, junior year.
Junior year. So have you started looking at schools yet and where you might compete in your college years?
Yep, yep.
But we'll keep that a secret for now.
It's a lot of you know junior stuff, school stuff, scene like season stuff, college stuff. It's all been the same stuff for the past few months.
Well, Eva, I'm sure it's been an interesting season for you, but you've made it through. Do you think there's any divers that we'll see potentially in the future coming up for Hopkinton? Right now, you're the only one. Is there anyone that has expressed any interest that you know of and perhaps taken up diving?
Um, None that I know of. I'm not sure if anyone in the middle school who's going to be a rising freshman next year is looking for it, but right now it just sort of looks like me.
All right. And any competitions coming up for you?
I do have sectionals, which is on the 8th, which I'm super excited about. And then at the end of the season, we'll end it off with states that is on the 18th. So, first day of February break.
Excellent. Any goals for those upcoming tournaments?
I guess just stay strong with the list I have, make it, as flawless as I possibly can. Get plenty of rest as I possibly can. From the season, I've learned I need to just rest a little, especially with the schedule I have. And yeah, just make sure everything I have is super strong so that nothing goes wrong at the meets.
All right, Eve. Well, congratulations on a great season. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we look forward to the upcoming states as well as the districts and wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Tom Nappy.